Imagine waking up in the dead of night, hearing the sound of chains dragging across your floor, only to realize you are the only one awake, but you are not alone. The legend of the Bell Witch is widely considered one of the most famous, well-documented, and chilling paranormal cases in American history. Centered in Adams, Tennessee, during the early 19th century, it remains a haunting blend of folklore, mystery, and historical tragedy. The Haunting of the Bell Farm. In 1804, John Bell, a prosperous farmer, moved his family from North Carolina to a 10,000-acre tract of land along the Red River in Robertson County, Tennessee. For over a decade, the family lived in peace until 1817, when the inexplicable began. The manifestations. The haunting started with subtle, unsettling phenomena. John Bell reported seeing strange, shape-shifting creatures on his property: a dog with the head of a rabbit, a large black dog, and a massive bird perched on a fence. Soon the disturbances moved inside the home. The family heard mysterious knocking on walls, the sound of invisible dogs fighting, chains dragging across the floor, and the unsettling noise of someone gnawing at the bedposts. Escalation and violence. As time passed, the entity became increasingly aggressive, particularly toward John Bell and his youngest daughter, Betsy. The witch, as it came to be known, would pull hair, slap, pinch, and stick the children with invisible pins. It was capable of physical manipulation, often pulling bedsheets off the family while they slept. The voice of Kate. The entity eventually began to speak in a human voice. It claimed to be the spirit of old Kate Batts, a neighbor with whom John Bell had allegedly had a business dispute. Despite its malevolent nature, the spirit was also known to be clairvoyant. Once repeated 2 sermons, word for word, that were delivered at the same time in churches 13 miles apart. The death of John Bell. The spirit harbored a deep, vocal hatred for John Bell, whom it referred to as Old Jack. It frequently cursed him and vowed to cause his death. In December 2020, Bell's health began to decline rapidly, characterized by a mysterious paralysis in his mouth. In December 2020, Bell passed away. A mysterious vial of black liquid was found in the cupboard. When a drop was tested on a cat, the animal died instantly. The spirit reportedly claimed responsibility for the poisoning, singing raucous drinking songs during the patriarch's funeral, much to the horror of the mourners. Aftermath and legacy. Following John Bell's death, the activity focused heavily on preventing Betsy from marrying a local man named Joshua Gardner. Driven by the spirit's relentless torment and threats, Betsy eventually broke off the engagement. In 1821, the entity announced it was leaving the family, but promised to return in 7 years. According to local lore, it briefly returned in 1828 to visit John Bell, Jr., but the intense years-long manifestation had largely ceased. Do you find the historical accounts of the Bell Witch more compelling, or do you lean towards the theory that this was a result of local superstition and psychological stress? The legend of the Bell Witch remains one of the most chilling chapters in American folklore because it forces us to ask what happens when the things we fear the most stop hiding in the shadows and start speaking to us. If you are fascinated by the intersection of history and the unexplained, you won't want to miss our next deep dive into the world's most haunting mysteries. Make sure to hit that follow button and join our community so you never miss a story that will keep you up at night.